Welcome back to the Face to Face podcast. I'm your host, Tanajha, and I'm joined by
Sytaria,
Tyrone,
and Maddie.
And today our topic is mental health. So we all got a few questions to ask Maddie, our guest, and we're gonna ask them. So I'm gonna go first. How does mental health affect everyday life as you in your experience?
I think it affects pretty much all aspects of your life. How much sleep you're getting, how much energy you have, your ability to problem solve and connect with other people. Pretty much all aspects.
Okay. That's a big one.
Yeah.
What triggers mental health?
I believe, again, sleep is a really big one. Chronic stress, if there's stress all the time in your life. Drug use. Those are kind of the big ones.
I feel like it depends on the person, what they've been through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How easy they are to succumb to whatever is in front of them, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah, trauma is another one that can really affect your mental health.
Okay. What's your questions, Tyrone?
How do you guys think
Is it for all of us?
Yeah.
Or just her?
It's just for her?
We
can
do it. Oh, I was just asking because you said, how do you guys? And I'm like,
It's supposed to be about her though, right? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, we could ask her questions, but I feel like we should share our own experience with the thing too.
Yeah, that's how I had it written down.
Okay.
So how does mental health affect a person as far as going to school? What do you guys think?
Well, Maddie, you want to answer first?
Yeah, I think that it's hard to learn if you're struggling with your own mental health. If we're in a fight or a flight, if we're not feeling safe, if there's other things happening, it's hard to take on new information. If you're having a bad day, how much information are you taking in from your teacher?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Because I know when I'm upset, I'm not listening to nobody, bro. Mm-hmm. Nothing. All I'm thinking about is why I'm upset, what I'm going to do about it, this time the third.
What do you think helps you when you're in that spot?
Realization that I'm here for a reason and I can't let silly things bother me. Took me a while to get that through my head.
That point.
Yeah, I feel oh, you want to go?
Nope, you go.
I feel mental health, I feel as you get older, it does get worse. And for me, I have a lot of ups and downs, and I don't let nobody see that. But I think just mental health as a thing for me is going to get better or worse. And for the people around me, I like to have certain people around me because sometimes that affects me in some type of way because I get annoyed real fast. I just don't show nobody I get annoyed because I feel like I could be a nice person.
What makes you want to keep it to yourself and not share it?
I just feel like maybe if I keep it to myself, I can deal with it later on, and I'll deal with it later on. But I don't like to show people I'm angry, upset, or mad. Only my close people I'll show, but other people, no. I'd rather just keep it in my own bubble, and I'll get better with myself.
Sorry to cut you off, but do you think that affects your mental health? Because you just kind of keep it in, and you just bottle it up. Because I used to do that. Yeah. I still do it to this day. But I feel that did take a big chip off my health because I'm just keeping it inside and they don't know what's going on with me. So they continuously to do it, and it makes me more upset. And I'm like, all right, bro.
I feel I get it off my chest maybe by writing something down or, just having a whole little journal thing. I get off my chest like that or talk to somebody. But I guess I bottle it up, but I don't bottle it up too much to know I'm at a breaking point and I'm gonna just break down entirely. That's how I feel. But I share my emotions with everybody.
Do you think you share it with the right people though?
Yeah. I have a limited amount of trust in people. I don't like to trust nobody unless you show me I could trust you in a way. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good. Journaling is super powerful. That's a good.
How do you guys think having a baby or having a child would affect your mental health?
I mean, that's definitely a big one. It affects everyone differently. And I think a lot of women have mental health challenges after having a baby.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I was just asking the question. Yeah.
I feel like that seems like a lot of work. And you're struggling with school.
Yeah.
You're struggling with school. You're like juggling all at one. And you don't know what to do. I just be like, no, I can't do it.
Oh yeah, both of my sisters actually done that, and I've seen the process. I've seen the bad times. I've seen the good times.
Yeah.
But I seen like all the ugly and all the pretty. It was just, I know that took a big like chip off their mental health again, and just like to the point where like they didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm happy, you know, they got back on their feet. They're thriving. Love
That's
them.
great.
What are some things that we can do to work on your mental health?
So, like, the first things I think of always are sleep. Also, getting up in the morning and getting sunlight on your eyes, like very small things like that, really affect your mental health. Working out, getting some exercise, moving your body, also something that we can all control and do and ends up helping us a lot in the long term. Or breathing exercises. Do you guys do any breathing exercises?
Yeah, I did some of this like earlier because I was like heavily upset, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let me breathe, because no.
That's
And I hate
good.
giving off that like I'm upset energy to everyone, because it like puts them in an awkward position. They're like, should I talk to her? Should I bother her? Should
Yeah.
I be around her? And like I don't like nobody feeling like that. Like I don't want to be the cause of any type of problem. So I'm like,
Do you have like a specific thing you do, a pattern, or is it just like deep breaths?
I kind of isolate myself a bit,
Okay.
and then like try to breathe over there in the corner.
Yeah.
It sounds weird, but like I just try to make it seem like less, like make it seem not as a big problem.
Yeah. Another awkward thing you could do that you wouldn't want to do in class, but actually really helps if you're feeling flustered, is to shake. Like literally shake your whole body. And it tells your system, like, okay, this stress is over and you'll settle down.
Have you done that before?
For sure.
feel
And
like
I
that'd give me
normally,
whiplash.
maybe. It depends. It depends how, you know.
She doesn't mean like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just
You
shake
just
Shake it off.
a little bit.
Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with another question. How do most people bring up mental health, and when?
So this is completely dependent on the person. There are some students, in my experience, some students that will tell you about their Tuesday, their Wednesday, and then if something happens, boom, come in and share it right away. And there are other students, kind of like you were saying, where like they want to hold it in a little bit and not share it. And so it just depends on the situation, and people who hold it in a little bit more, it normally becomes a little bit bigger before they share. If that makes sense.
So how do you deal with bad thoughts?
Normally, the number one thing I do is I touch a tree. Like if I am not in a good spot, I touch a tree or I get my feet in the grass, which sounds silly.
No, it just sounds
not
very
silly.
interesting. Like I want to know like the science behind
natural.
that.
It's like, for me, I just need to touch nature in some way. And like, it's just like I kind of go through a thought process of like, I'm a human on planet Earth. And like, whatever I'm going through right now is probably not going to be what I'm going through in a couple months. And like bringing myself to the present moment, and how can I ground a little bit.
Did you have anything to say, Terry?
Yeah, I was gonna say when you touch your physical skin to the ground or the earth, it helps you release stress. That's natural.
Have you done that before?
Yeah, it's good for you.
I might invest, y'all.
Try it. It's great.
But I feel like some people, not me, I love nature, but some people really don't like nature. So like what do you think, what else mostly helps besides nature?
So I think I will say sleep again. Getting off the screens,
Yoga.
yoga
I
for
was
sure.
gonna say
Exercise.
too much sleep can be like sleep deprived, or sometimes like let's say like you're upset around like 2:00, you go to bed, wake up at 6, you missed out on your whole entire day.
Yeah.
Any like basically like you want to try to make your day productive, plan something out, like make something for you to do so you have a goal to do something, so you're just not sitting around all day, you know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
just sleeping. But I do think sleep is a really good thing. Like, I was upset last night, and I was like, you know what? Good night.
Done with this day.
Let it be over.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's good to have like a healthy sleep schedule of like 10 o'clock, no more phone, going to bed, waking up at the same time every day. Does that happen for everyone? No. I mean, it's not realistic for every single person, but that is what is healthiest for our bodies, and our mental health is for our mind and our body to get that rest and recoup.
So it says, share a time you realized your mental health was off and what you did to achieve better mental health.
So I am someone who's like struggled with anxiety. And for me, like, you know, I'll get like anxious thoughts, or I'll like future trip a little bit. Like, I'll think about something and be like, oh, I don't even want to do that. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. This person is going to think that, or I'm going to feel this way. And that's like the moment that I'll go touch a tree or do those things. If it gets worse for me, my body will start to feel like almost like a little bit dizzy. And I'll feel like, oh my gosh, am I gonna freak out? Am I gonna have a panic attack? And at that point, if it happens enough, then it's like, okay, I need to go and either talk to someone, see a doctor, whether that's a different kind of therapy, whether that's medicine. So there are times where I've had to take those steps for sure.
That's true. But I really wanted to get this question out. When do you notice people at their breaking point?
I think, again, it depends on the person, but if you know someone and they're starting to act differently, or say it's a student and they start missing school, or they play basketball every single day at lunch and they don't want to play basketball anymore, or you guys used to have jokes or something and they're just not enjoying the same things. When there's a difference in behavior, those are kind of like the beginning signs that it's heading down that road.
But you don't want to assume, right? Because what if they just don't like basketball, or like it's not funny to them anymore? Like, they're growing up, or like they're maturing, or
Sure. And sometimes like humans change and grow, and absolutely like what we like and what you said, like what we think is funny, that stuff can shift and ebb and flow. But I think if a person is seeming more to themselves and just different overall.
Do you know any good places, like let's say you could like just let go and just be yourself, or if somebody's having trouble, you could just like, not like a therapist, but like somebody you could talk to, not face to face, but like behind the screen, because some people don't like talking face to face. Just like some places like that, just to let go, relieve yourself, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's different classes that you could take, like yoga, or there's like breath work classes, or different things that are kind of like groups that can relieve stress and give you space for that, versus having to like sit face to face and be like, well, I feel like this because of this. Because sometimes people just don't like that, and that's okay.
Sometimes you need to ask people if they're okay, because like some people don't like get that enough. And some people don't like, I don't know. I feel like people go by like they're out their day. They think that they're the main character, but other people have feelings too.
Yeah.
And I feel like it took me a while to realize that. I'm still realizing that, but it just takes a big amount of maturity to be like, are you okay?
Yeah, absolutely. And most of the time, no one's going to be mad and be like, why'd you ask me that? Like,
if anything, they're going to be like, what? Me?
Yeah, sad. It makes you sad. Sometimes it just makes you, like, if you get asked, are you okay, and you're not okay, sometimes that just, like, brings tears, and you get to breaking down, like, I don't know, are you okay for me? Just be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to think about the question. That's the sad part. Like, I'm just not like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. But I just be like, how am I feeling?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's better than are you good? Because if you ask someone, are you good, then no one's going to be like, actually, no, I'm not good.
I'm a little upset. Like, nobody's going to say that. So you got to be like, are you okay? Like, how are you feeling this, that, and third?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the person, to be fair.
That's fair. Like that.
Do you have any questions?
What do you guys notice in yourselves when you feel like you're starting to struggle?
I think I'll just sleep, and then just lay down, go on TikTok. My screen time is crazy with TikTok.
Is
It's
it?
more than 6 hours. Yeah, I be on TikTok all the time.
Do you fall asleep and it's still like
Yeah.
auto-scrolling?
I witnessed that before. I would have to say like I start to get tight. Like I can't move. I'm like, okay, hold on, what's going on? What's going on? And then like I have like a lot of thoughts racing through my mind. I just feel like I get hot and like I'm not okay. And I'm like, okay, let me take step back.
Yeah.
And I also just don't like showing emotions. I just feel like there's no point, but there is a point.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just like, nobody's really going to understand how I'm feeling. Nobody's going to understand. Nobody really cares. Like, I push people away before they come.
Okay.
So that's a big pet peeve.
So if you are in class and you seem like you're not wanting to talk or participate, if someone comes up to you and they're like, are you okay? What would your response be?
Yeah.
You would still say yeah?
Yeah. Because, like, well, I mean, it depends on the person.
Sure.
Like, if it was a friend or family, I'd be like, Shuni, I'm good. Back up. But if it was somebody random, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a little okay. Like, have my time, but I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'll get through it. I feel like I'm a thug. I'll get through it.
What was the question?
How do you guys know when you're struggling, or what is that like for you?
Like, as far as mental health, how do I know when I'm struggling with it? I see myself starting to slack off a little bit in school.
Okay.
Or, like, everyday things that I do. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can wait. I'll do that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good for me. Usually I like to just get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's for me.
Like tasks feel harder than normal.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What about you?
I think like tasks will feel harder. I will have thoughts kind of like that future tripping where I'm like, I don't want to go to work today, or I don't want to do this, and things feel heavier. Or like if I drop my water bottle, it'll be like instead of just having a normal reaction, like oops, like pick up your water bottle. You're like, why did this happen? Like
overreacting.
Really,
So
yes,
serious.
really big reaction to something that doesn't need to be that big.
What are some things you've seen that works with mental health challenges besides sleeping?
Sleeping. I like journaling, like you said, finding an outlet of joy. If you are someone who like has a good community and can connect with people, and there's a ton of breathing techniques, shaking. It's like all I can think of right now.
Do movies help with mental health? Some movies.
Some movies, yeah. Some, no. It depends on what you're watching and what you're ingesting. Like, have you guys ever watched a scary movie and then you have horrible dreams that night? Like, it kind of gets into your psyche a little bit.
I would say no, because it could kind of create a fantasy for you. You know what I mean?
There's like an outlet to like get away from your life for sure.
I think that's why I love watching movies. It's like my escape in a sense. Like I'm either watching a TV show or I'm watching a movie. Like that's literally all I do.
Yeah. Are you watching the same movies over and over?
Okay, so no, there'd be like new movies, but like if I like the movie enough, like a month or two later, I'll watch it over again. I'm like, oh, I like that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have movies that I'll like turn on and watch again and again if it's like.
But why do you think mental health is important? Because some people kind of like brush it off and be like, I'm okay.
I think it's like how you get to experience the world. And if we are feeling anxious or are depressed or having other problems, you're not able to live life to the same extent. So I think it's very important.
Dang.
What do you guys think?
I think the whole topic around everything that we're talking about, I think this will be better for us. Like talking about this topic, I think it's going to be better for us, and we're going to figure out some more things about ourselves, and try some of the things you said about how we can get better and what makes it better, and just stuff like that. I think this topic is a nice thing to talk about with people.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, Ty, why are you sleeping so much? Well, Maddie said.
I mean, mental health is just a part of being human. It's something that every single person deals with on different levels. So it's also, when you know people a little bit better, it's a great way to connect and learn about what other people experience and share what you experience.
How long do you think it takes someone to get over their mental health, depending on the person?
Yeah, that is very true. It is dependent on the person. It also is dependent on how long they've been experiencing something. Again, if it's, someone has been feeling this way for a year, it's going to take longer. The earlier that someone has the strength to speak up and get help, the quicker normally that they can find some relief.
Do you think people would want the help? Or
So it depends on the person. I think people want to feel better, but like you said, some people brush off mental health, right? I'm not going to talk to a therapist. I don't need anybody in my business. No one understands what I'm going through. They can't help me. It's kind of some of the things I've heard in the past. And so willingness to share what someone's going through, and then also willingness to try new things and accept some help.
Should disruptive behavior be excused if the person has mental health problems?
This is such a good question.
I know. I was brewing this one in my head too.
I think there is an option in a school, right? Or in a house, in a home, out in the community. It's not an option a lot of the time. So I think sometimes, yes, if people can, express what's happening and maybe learn a different way the next time. What do you guys think? What was your thought when you wrote this question?
It's just back in my middle school, there'd be disruptive kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't know if they just wanted to be a class clown or they really had issues at their house. So I was just and it's it disrupted my learning, everyone else's learning. It's just who are you? So I think that's why I thought about it. I was are they okay or
yeah,
what's going on?
So at that time, did you feel there should be more punishment?
Not necessarily punishment. I just think isolation is maybe the key, because you don't, if you're really going through something, no one needs to punish you for that, because then you're just gonna act up even more. But I just think some isolation, some time by themselves, not a timeout, but get away, go do you, go breathe, get some water, take a walk, fresh air. So I just think maybe it should, maybe it shouldn't. I don't know, depending on the person, because
I would say, for me, in my old school, they wouldn't take people out of class, certain people, if they were being disruptive or anything like that, they'll take them out of class, take them to this kind of room, just to sit and talk with someone and have somebody to talk to, and have a lot of alone time with themselves. They would make opportunities for people to share or to just get better, or to tell them if there's something going on at home or something just going on with you in general, or a relationship problem. They'll let you talk about it, and they'll take you somewhere to talk about it alone, so you don't have to express your feelings out in the open with everybody else, because I feel people's mental health really take if they get angry more, they'll get angry more, and if somebody tries them and tries to get them even more mad, because that's what people do, it just ends up in something more problematic, and it could have been stopped from the start.
Yeah, that's a really good point. When you're struggling yourself, it's hard to make decisions, and you're offline. So your decisions, your processing, you're not able to do that, and bad things can happen.
How do you think bullying affects your mental health, or somebody going to school, a young person?
I mean,
wait, were you ever bullied, Kelly? I mean, not Kelly, Maddie.
Yeah, I was actually in high school.
High school?
Mm-hmm.
They too old to be bullying. How old are you?
Agreed. I mean, I think bullying can affect people in so many different ways. Again, like your brain cannot absorb information if you don't feel safe. So you're not able to learn, can affect your confidence, your like ability to connect with other people. You know, I'm going to say it, your sleep.
All right. Do you think, let's say like you're bullied when you were younger, do you think that changes how the person grows up?
Mm-hmm. It can, yeah. And again, it's dependent on the person. But if someone says something to you and you internalize that and believe that, then that can stay with you for long periods of time when maybe that person didn't want that to stay with you, or maybe they were just joking, but you took it and feel a certain way about it yourself. Yeah.
Dang. What about you? Do you think it affects someone?
I mean, yeah. I got bullied before at my middle school when I was like 13. Yeah. This group of kids, they were making fun of me because what was it? I made this picture. I forgot what it was, but I made this picture and I couldn't make it exactly how the teacher wanted to draw it, you know what I'm saying? And everybody else could make it, but I was the only one who couldn't figure out how to do it. So they was making fun of me, and I was upset about that.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
What a silly thing.
That's
to
so
tease someone
silly.
about.
Like, oh my God. It makes me mad because, I mean, I want to say everybody got bullied, but, like, I feel like some people got teased. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say bullied, but I think I got teased, like a little in my, like, 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade, and then I became the bully. But then now that I think about it, I'm like, but, like, not in high school. I was never a bully in high school, but in middle school, I became the bully. And then now that I'm in high school, I think it's a little childish. Like, why are you picking on somebody else? That, like, they're human, too. Like, they have problems, too. Like, if anything, ask them if they're okay. Like, it's really not that hard to mind your business and go on about your day. It's not that hard.
I wish.
Did you ever get bullied?
No.
Teeth?
No, I was always, as a kid, I was a goody two-shoes, and nobody, like, I felt untouchable, and nobody could ever do anything to me because I was really the best student. Like, no one ever suspected anything from me or me to do anything bad. Like, if somebody told the teacher I hit him, they're like, no, she would never do that. I probably did hit them. I wasn't bullying nobody. I just, like, I would hit somebody, they would hit me back, whatever, or they would hit me, I hit them back. But it's not bullying. It was, like, more of a friendly friend way. That's how we would play. But, yeah, I used to just do everything to make sure everybody thought I was a good person. Because that's what I want to be, a good person to everybody. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, no one ever, yeah.
Goody two-shoes, Naya. Never would have thought.
What about, like, arts and crafts? Does that affect your mental health?
For sure. That's a great, like, skill. A way to express yourself, get emotions out, use your creativity.
I'm so bad at art. Like, I don't know who Katie think I am.
I mean, I don't think you can be bad at art.
I'm not Bob Ross, okay? I'm not.
You don't have to be Bob Ross.
Yeah, that's what she says.
You're your own artist.
Yeah, I feel like you reflect more on your art than art she does. Because she just be like, I don't care. I see worse every day. She's really nice. She's, like, effectively nice.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to be that nice. I know my art look like trash. What about you?
What about it?
Like, do you think art and, like...
yeah, I said it already. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's why I brought up that topic. Because I was like, okay, so you talk about crafts, how he did bad. But, like, does it do positive things, too? Like, yeah, I just feel like kids just be kids. And they think... just because somebody can't do something doesn't mean that they can do it better or they can do that or this. Like, I feel like kids just bully people because they feel like they can.
Mm-hmm. Just when, like, nobody's looking, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Or, like, they feel like they're reflecting. A lot of people project and reflect.
Things that they've been through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or they could be following somebody.
Oh yeah, trying to a follower. Worst type of people. Worst type of people, bro.
I have a question for you guys. What mental health support do you guys feel that is needed at Face to Face?
That's a good question.
Right.
I feel like a lot of the teachers, like, they love to talk to people. And if you do got a problem, they'll talk to you about it, especially Rachel. Everybody love Rachel.
We love Rachel.
Yeah, she's like one of the teachers you can trust most. And she talks to you about everything. And that's why I like Rachel's, like, yeah, she's like a really, like, supportive person.
There was a time where, like, I didn't understand something, and, like, I felt stupid. And she was like, you're not stupid. You're just having a hard time understanding. And I'm like, bro, we both know. We sitting here. It's, like, an easy problem, too. I'm like, I don't understand it, Rachel. She's like, okay, we can go through it again and again and again. And then I finally got it. I was like, I need that hard. But I finally got it. She made me feel like, I can do things, like, I never thought I could. And things of that nature. So
I love that.
Yes.
Go, Rachel.
Well, I'm on my way to graduating, but I could say, like, like you tell a social worker or a specific teacher something, at the end of the day, all the teachers, they conversate, and then word gets back here and there, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, like, what if there was, like, a person that you could talk to privately that works for the school, but, like,
doesn't tell the school?
You know what I'm saying? The teachers, you know what I'm saying? And they just help you get through.
That's me. That's exactly what I'm doing here.
Okay.
I'm serious.
I'm dead.
That is my role here. That's what I'll be doing.
Do you like mental health? Not like mental health, but like working with mental health?
Mm-hmm. I love working with students, specifically high school students. When I worked here 12 years ago, and I learned from all the people in this building, and it's been a really great thing in my life. And yeah, very happy to be back here.
I have a question for Tyrone. Through all your experience at Face to Face, do you think like your mental health like took a dive?
No, I'm doing pretty good right now. I've changed a lot. I feel like honestly, I be getting humbled every day. Like, there's nothing that you cannot learn. You learn all the time, every day. Don't stop learning. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to let anything get in my way now. I'm just looking out for not like just looking out for me, but like I want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to get in my way, and I want my life to start, and I'm not gonna let anything disrupt what I got going on at all.
Do you think you're happy right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
That's
I'm
good.
in a well-stable place.
That's
amazing.
That's amazing, honestly.
Do you feel like you felt that way when you came to Face to Face?
No.
No?
I was a wreck. I was really a wreck, I promise you that.
Now you said something?
So what about you? Because, like when you first start here, I think it takes a really down thing on you once you first start high school. And you come to school, I didn't know nothing about nothing of that because I never learned that before. But, like, what do you think? Like, you haven't been here for too long, but, like, what do you think it took on you?
Because of my sisters went here, like, all of them, they kind of, I feel like all the teachers kind of, like, made a stereotype of me because they're like, oh, we know her sister, so she probably the same like them. So I had to, like, build, like, relationships with them. And, like, I had to, like, I wouldn't say necessarily, like, show them, but, like, show them that, like, I'm different from my sisters, or, like, I'm an independent person. Like, I don't think if it wasn't for Face to Face, I wouldn't be independent. Like, I follow Eric. Like, I used to follow my sister everywhere. Like, she'd go to the bathroom, I'll be sitting right outside. But it was just like something clicked in my mind. I was like, I can do this by myself. Like, I'm an independent person. I need my family. Don't get me wrong, but like I can do things by myself. So I just feel like, cause bro, Chana, she was on my tail every day. She was like, just because your sisters don't go to school, don't mean you have to not go to school. I'm like, well, technically, and then like now, like I go to school by myself. I wake up by myself. I go to school by myself. Like I can do it. I just want like people to know like you don't need nobody.
Yeah.
You have you. That's really all you need. Now, if you want people, they're there. But
that's amazing. You built your own identity here.
What about you, Naya? Because I know you got siblings here too.
I feel the same. Well, I had an uncle that went here. They didn't say he had a bad reputation or nothing, but I feel the same way. Like my sisters went here. I used to follow her around everywhere. Like you would not see me off her shoulder.
Literally,
it don't matter. And I feel like after a while, after I knew she was graduating, I was like, okay, I gotta do this by myself. I know she's gonna be gone. So I just like started to be my own person. I definitely got louder. I don't know how. I was very quiet and now I'm loud.
Yeah.
I ain't mean to be. But
Right, it's kind of natural. Like, you hear me in the hallway, you like,
loud.
there goes Sytaria, bro.
Girl, I hear you from the classroom down. Like, you be laughing so loud.
But it don't even be that funny either. Like, that's just how I naturally laugh. But I'm going to tone it down, guys.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I used to just be independent and shy. Like, I used to hide behind my sisters. Like, I still kind of do that in a sense, but now I'm, like, chest up. Like, I don't need them. But then I need them.
Yeah, I feel like that's how my brother was once he first started too. But my sister was still here, so he was walking behind her too. But he had different classes.
Mm-hmm.
They put him in a different pod, so he had to go do it a little bit on his own. You know, he made his own little friends. He did his own little thing.
He thriving now.
Yeah, he thriving. He be a little loud too, a little too loud.
A little
But I think-
disruptive.
yeah, he does good now.
I feel like I've seen everybody, like, form into who they are now. Like I be paying attention, but, like, not too much to the point where, like, y'all feel like I'm in y'all business. But, like, I observe. I'm an observer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm like, oh, dang, like, they weren't like that 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or when they first got here, I'm like, dang. Yeah. What about you? Like, have you?
I thought we covered me in the beginning.
No, I had a different question.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
So, like, have you, like, seen other people, like grow a lot? Because you've been here longer.
Yeah, I seen all y'all, you know what I'm saying, go through y'all little ups and downs. But, like, as I'm getting closer to getting out of here, I see how more mature all of you guys are getting, you know what I'm saying? You guys are getting out of that goofy young kid vibe.
All right. Then he looked
I'm
dead at me,
serious.
too.
I'm
He looked dead at me.
Y'all all maturing and y'all all becoming your own people and your own persons at the end of the day.
Okay, any more questions? We're kind of running a little short on time here.
Maddie, do you have anything you want to, like, just spit out there to the world?
I don't think so.
Nothing about mental health?
Touch a
little
tree.
quote.
Touch a tree. Put your feet in the grass
Touch a tree, guys.
and breathe
And sleep,
All right.
apparently.
Shake it off.
and shake it off.
Yeah, this was our face-to-face podcast. I'm your host, Naya, and I was joined by...
Sytaria.
Tyrone.
And Maddie.
This was a nice little podcast. We had fun. And thank you for listening. Subscribe and like.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the ending.
Bye.